Welcome back, guys, to another forecast. Now, I was originally not expecting to make a full-blown video today, but however, it appears that, a winter storm is definitely likely this weekend, especially around Sunday evening here into Monday, as originally we were supposed to, I'll show you guys the snowfall totals, but we were originally only supposed to get maybe up to an inch here in the Twin Cities. Now they're saying possibly half an inch. Which is just crazy. Now, this rapidly intensified over the last 24 hours, and I think snowfall totals greater than 6 inches is definitely possible with this storm. I think the UP of Michigan will easily see snowfall totals above 6 inches, but here in the Twin Cities, they're being quite conservative because this is just completely new. We'll actually show you guys. This is originally what so this was actually yesterday, the model run from yesterday around noon. And you're gonna see here, yeah, not even half an inch in the Twin Cities. And then right now, this may be kind of weird because it says 1 to 6 inches, but right now the way the models are trending is it just keeps increasing and increasing. So, which is just crazy. We can actually look here at how much it's changed. So this is, of course, look at an area where you may live. And this is around noon yesterday, what the models were originally forecasting. This is 6 p.m. what they were forecasting, 7 inches. So we go from half an inch in the Twin Cities to 4 to 5 inches in a span of just one model run. Model runs are always, most of the time, especially in the GFS, are 6 hours apart. This is 6 hours here. Now, the GFS, this is what the most recent one, 13 inches. So is this going to be completely right? I mean, snow lovers, if you're a snow lover, this is crazy, but definitely this is a rapid intensification of snow. I believe this is only including this is only including Sunday into Monday. So something to definitely take note of. So we were originally supposed to see half an inch according to yesterday around noon model run, and now we're possibly, as of 18Z, which is noon today, they're saying possibly maybe a foot of snow possible, which is just crazy. Even if we scale it down to total snow depth change around 7 to 8 inches, which is still quite a bit. But that higher end snowfall is definitely something. No, the minimum snowfall is around like half an inch. That's so definitely something to take note of. But definitely something to take note of as we go into tonight and tomorrow. So just crazy stuff altogether. Now this is the future radar here. A low pressure center is currently around here in Colorado. It's not yet formed yet, but then as we go throughout Saturday here, it forms here around I believe that's Colorado, because I believe that's Wyoming right there. So Colorado low. Usually Colorado lows are they're not very strong, or most of the time they're not as strong as this. But if we go here, look at here in the south here in the Gulf. Let me throw my phone over there. Oh, that sounded like it broke. Anyways, so as you see here in the south of the United States here, not a lot of anything going on except this. So the only thing going on in the United States around this area is this low pressure center. And you're gonna see here, just look at this, a lot of rain with these warmer temperatures. Look at the wind barbs though. This could definitely be blizzard-like conditions if we still see these wind barbs persist. We were already projected to see strong winds, possibly upwards to 30 to 40 mile per hour, or wind gusts to 30 40 miles per hour. This looks a lot stronger, and I believe this might be sustained. Actually, I haven't checked the wind gusts just yet, but this is looking very strong. And I think blizzard-like conditions will definitely be possible Sunday into Monday. Luckily, it's not really a weekday, but it's still something that could affect, Monday, as people are trying to get, especially the early morning commute on Monday. This definitely looks like something that will affect there, but even if you're like here in like Eau Claire or just west or east of Eau Claire and you're seeing rain, like, oh, it's only supposed to rain. Well, that's only for the first part of it, and plus this could shift either east, west, north, south. If it shifts north or south, it's not much of a change. But if it shifts north or east or west here, um, you know, areas like Eau Claire may not see. We can actually zoom in a little bit. So we are currently, what is this, 48? So let me just do some zooming in real quick. And just because you're not around here, we're still 48 hours out. Yeah, so Eau Claire, this is around Sunday. So Sunday altogether looks pretty treacherous, not just the evening, but also the morning. The morning, we can actually look at timing here. So possibly around noon or the early morning on Sunday, we'll see impacts here in central Minnesota. And then also around 18Z. 18Z is around noon. 18Z is noon. Now that we're in out of are we out of daylight saving time? Whatever the daylight saving time does. But if you're looking here and you're like in Dunn County or you're Pepin or La Crosse, and you're like, oh, we're only supposed to see heavy rain for the first half, that could easily change depending on how this shifts. I mean, this could definitely shift. The way that it's rapidly intensified, I wouldn't be too surprised if there's a rapid shift as well. But even if you're in here, don't take this with a grain of salt, especially snowfall totals. But the fact that we're under 48 hours out, or around 48 hours out, is quite concerning in terms of, you know, how accurate it is, because this is, I mean, when you see snowfalls or snow fall totals coming from the GFS just 50 to 60 hours out, projecting around a foot of snow, is very big. Now, of course, if this was a couple of days earlier, it would have been a nice Christmas present. But I mean, especially with the track of this could shift south or north. If we look at winds here, this is about to get interesting here. So 20 knots, which is around like 23, 25 miles per hour. It's just knots and miles per hour are quite similar. There's a little bit of a difference. But if we look at evening here, look at this, 22 knots, 23. This is sustained, so around like 26 miles per hour sustained, which is quite a bit. Not quite blizzard conditions, but I think the backside of this storm is definitely going to be. So once the snow is over, you're going to be like, oh, it's not going to be too bad once the snow is over. Well, when you have wind gusts around 25 and 20 knots here, which is not too far off of miles per hour, which is probably like 28. We can actually do some calculations here. 25 knots to miles per hour, around 28 miles per hour. So blizzard conditions, I think, are 35 miles per hour sustained, or just around sustained. It could also be gusts, but definitely something to take into consideration. We could be looking at some borderline blizzard conditions, especially just because the snow has stopped. This snow will most likely be it won't be powdery, but it will definitely be, if we get quite a bit of it, that thing can kick up like crazy. Or that snow can kick up like crazy. And especially with these winds, the Monday morning commute, I think just trying to forecast ahead of time doesn't look too great. Sunday altogether, Sunday doesn't look great either. So if you were planning on traveling Sunday into Monday, I would definitely think twice about that, especially Monday morning commute, especially with, if we see even 6 inches of snow and wind gusts like this, or sustained wind speeds around 25 to 30 miles per hour, it's going to be crazy, because the snowplows can only do so much. We only have so many snowplows. So when when there's only like, I don't know, like maybe 5 snowplows per county, maybe, I'm not entirely sure how many. I mean, for St. Croix County, I know there's a lot more in Minnesota. You can actually see, if you go on 511minnesota.org, you can actually see the snowplow like dash cams, which is kind of cool. Wisconsin better do that, or better introduce that pretty soon, because I really want to see that introduced pretty soon. And it could be definitely useful, but snowplows can only do so much. And when you have blowing snow, the even though the snowplow went over it like 5 minutes ago or maybe 10 minutes ago, may be completely covered in snow like after that. Or wait, so say snowplow, plows a road 5, maybe 10 minutes ago, and you have winds like this blowing snow, it's just like it's basically useless. Of course, it does a little bit, but when you have blowing snow introduced, that snow can just get right back. And plows, of course, in around western Wisconsin, their blades don't really touch the ground, which they should definitely be doing. But they don't want to break the blades, I guess. So that could also be a thing. So standing snow is definitely gonna be a thing. There's a lot of question marks here, especially with, when you see storms rapidly intensify. Most of the time, I think this is quite new to the models. This is actually really new to the models. This wasn't even 24 hours ago. We're projected to see possibly an inch, maybe, in the Twin Cities. Now we're projected to see possibly up to a foot. Take that with a grain of salt. I think 6 inches is definitely possible, and possibly likely with how models are showing, but it's just crazy stuff to start. Now, if we look here at temperatures, I know temperatures were a big thing going into this weekend, but now with the snowfall potentially reaching a foot of snow, for my forecast right now, I'm going to be conservative. I think 6 inches in Twin Cities is definitely possible, and maybe a 60-70% chance of 6 inches in the Twin Cities. But here, so we're actually gonna go into a different region here since we don't have to show Chicago quite yet. It loads. So Saturday is gonna be warm. So enjoy Saturday. We could definitely see some temperature 50s possible around Sioux Falls, I believe. I think that's Sioux Falls. In the southwest corner of Minnesota, possibly 50s. And then look at this cold air mass move through the region here, or the northern plains, and just look at this teens. So this is around Monday here with that cold. Sunday morning, possibly around the around freezing for the Twin Cities area here. And then as we go around noon, then it just deteriorates here with that snow and stuff. So because of how the snow will, how the snow will be falling just around freezing, it will be a little slushy at first, and the roads will be a little warm because of Saturday. But I feel like there shouldn't be much of a problem in accumulation, especially when you have snowfall so fast. Snow rates, I don't exactly know what snow rates are going to be like, but I think in snow rates as much as an inch or greater is definitely likely with this storm. Still, take that with a grain of salt, but by Monday morning, we could see temperatures in the negatives in northwestern Minnesota, and then possibly single digits around then. I don't think there should be school between Christmas and New Year's, so if you are currently non-college and don't have to work a full-time job, this is great. This is great for you guys. But if you do work a full-time job and you work on Monday, definitely take this into consideration. If you work on Sunday, yeah, definitely think a lot about that. But it's not looking great Sunday into Monday. I think that's really all I'm going to talk about. I don't know how long I've been rambling about this storm. We'll go back to this. Oh wait, that's minimum snowfall. So, I mean, all in all, this is gonna be interesting. For the past few days we haven't had a lot of snowfall, and this is definitely gonna rewrite. This is gonna be a great end to December if it pays off. If this isn't a bust, which there's always a chance of a snow event being a bust, or even this event being a bust. I think an inch is likely. Right now I'm probably forecasting at least 6 inches for the Twin Cities area. I know that may sound like a lot, but when you're looking at the models right now, even in even a foot of snow seems possible with this storm. So one of the uncertainties is definitely how rapidly this storm intensified. There's always question marks with models doing that, just jumping from 1 to, I think it was 6 inches in a matter of 6 hours, or just one model run, for example, in the GFS. But I mean, it's just crazy. Because I was originally only going to talk about temperature, and that was going to be for tomorrow's forecast. I wasn't planning on making a forecast today, maybe just a YouTube short. But the fact that this kind of caught me off guard. I didn't really look at the models this morning because I was like, temperatures? I don't really need to look at temperatures. I got a good idea of temperatures this weekend. But I didn't really realize. I didn't even look at the models yesterday. But when I saw this, this was completely glitched out. This graphic from the Twin Cities National Weather Service, this was completely glitched out. I'm glad that they fixed it before this upload. But yeah, I think that's really to end off the video there. If you live in the UP of Michigan, 6 inches likely. For the Twin Cities area, the way that we're going, if everything, if the models pretty much stay the same, 6 inches definitely seems likely. Of course, northwestern Minnesota, even they have a chance of 2 to 3 inches, possibly up to an inch before this falls. But if you're in western Wisconsin, definitely take this into consideration. Twin Cities as well, since they're technically right next to western Wisconsin. But yeah, I think that's going to be an end to the video. So if you guys would like to see more, I'm definitely going to be uploading a video tomorrow on this, probably around the evening hours, just because that's when that way you guys are getting the most accurate forecast, or most recent forecast. Maybe even forecast in the morning, possibly, if I have time. But I think I'm just going to leave it towards the evening hours, so that way I don't have 3 different forecasts running at the same time for this event. So we'll probably cut it short and sweet tomorrow for that forecast, so you guys can just watch it. And then if anything develops, definitely I'll be talking about that. I think even temperatures right now are still projected to be pretty high tomorrow. 30s, possibly definitely 40s in southern Minnesota, possibly even the Twin Cities. 50s possible in southwestern Minnesota. But yeah, if you guys liked it, or if you guys liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll definitely, of course, make a video tomorrow, but more to come. So and I think one of our greatest ends to December is around the corner. So if you guys liked it, make sure to like and subscribe. For the 3rd time, make sure to get it to you guys. Just click that red subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.